a couple little issues, but I imagine that they're probably the same issue. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, I'm topping the ball and I'm lacking power.
Okay. So I did take a couple looks at your swing as we were setting up, and I've noticed that a couple things are happening that add to that create a top and lack of power. Let me give you these balls. I'm going to trade places with you.
Right.
So the first thing is we want to make sure that you're holding on to the club very gently. Okay. Most people who top the ball get to the top of their swing and they pull down very hard, and what happens is they get caught on their right foot. That puts their spine in a position where they're almost falling backwards. Okay, tops are not caused from looking up. Everyone thinks it's caused from looking up. It's really caused from keeping your weight back and putting your spine in this angle. So the first thing I would do is I would loosen my grip. I would try to make my arms as lazy as possible. Let me have one of those balls. Once we loosen your grip, we're then going to try to stop your casting problem. And what I mean by that is just like fishing. You've fished your whole life. You're coming up to the top of your swing, and maybe possibly because you're gripping the club too tightly, I'm not really sure why, you're coming over and you're actually casting the club. Now what happens is you tend to stand up if you do that, that'll cause a top, but more importantly, you end up scooping the ball, and when you scoop the ball ends up going a little right, and it ends up with, you have no power. Think of a baseball player. A baseball player uses his hands, his wrists, and he fires that bat over and makes this X factor. You're not able to do that because what you're doing is you're casting the club, standing up to get out of the way of yourself, and almost semi-scooping the ball, which you're just definitely not going to get enough power doing that. 70% of the power in the swing comes from releasing correctly. Okay, we're going to give you a drill. This is a simple drill. We're going to try to delay your release. We've already loosened your grip. We're going to get you up to the top of your swing, and we're going to try to clear your hips out of the way. That's kind of important. That clearing of the hips allows you to get that centrifugal force, keeping that club way behind you. It keeps this all-important angle with your right wrist until the last second, and then you'll be able to fire that right hand. So you're going to come up to the top, and first you're just going to practice shifting your weight and turning your hips. So we're just going to shift your weight and turn your hips the first couple times. Then we're going to add the arms into it. Okay, you're going to get yourself up to the top of your swing, and we're going to do a stop and go drill. You're going to turn and bring your arms down. Again, notice this angle with my wrist. I didn't throw that club out. You're going to do that twice. The third time you're going to hit it. So you're going to come up, 1, 2, and then on the third one, go ahead and hit it. You see, I get plenty of distance, especially for a girl, because I delay that release and I turn my hips with that ball, so I'm including both power sources, 30% from my hips, 70% from releasing correctly. Okay, so come on over, let me have the balls, I'll trade with you. Okay, again, you're going to set up and you're going to loosen your grip to a point where you're almost holding a baby bird or raw egg. Good. You're going to come up to the top of your swing doing this drill, and we're just going to turn your hips through and just get used to firing your hips. So the hips come first, good. Come back up and just keep using those hips. The hips in the golf swing always lead the swing. Your arms don't lead. That'll cause a cast. It's the hips. Okay, now we're going to add the arms into it. You're going to come down, keep going, and I want your hands actually passing the ball, keeping that angle. Go back up. Good. Come back up. Keep that loose grip. Excellent. That was a good swing. That was a great swing. Let's try that drill one more time. 1, 2, 3. Good. Very good. Okay, the last thing is don't try to go on the golf course and do this right away. You need to come to the driving range a couple times. I want you to do a good 20 minutes of the drill. When doing drills, don't do the drills for too long because they end up creating more problems sometimes. So again, you're going to loosen your hands. We're going to get rid of that cast and that pop-up by clearing your hips. We're going to keep your release. We're going to delay your release by doing the stop and go drill, and you're going to practice.
Okay,
all right, good. Good luck.
Thank you. Lovely.